Hi, I'm Mike Damergis here for RotoExperts.com for your Week 8 Royal Tips with the king himself, Scott Engel. You have the crown on, but a special shirt today, I see.
Yes, for Halloween, I got my Kiss shirt. Didn't have time this morning to put on the whole entire Ace Frehley outfit, but I'm ready to rock and roll and all night and party every day with my Royal Tips for Week 8.
Well, let's get to it. Let's start it off at quarterback with the Royal Tips.
Yeah, well, quarterbacks can be scary this week. Boo, 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 boo. But John Kitna, a lot of people scared to use him because he's been erratic in the past. But Kitna is a veteran quarterback who will get the ball down the field. He knows who his go-to guys are. Des Bryant, Jason Witten. Kitna does handle the ball like a bar of soap, and he does tend to make turnovers. But heck, again, it's a scary week. 6 teams on bye. And do not be scared. We cannot say this. We keep saying this. To use Ryan Fitzpatrick, 11 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in his last 4 games. People are still not convinced of Fitzpatrick, but our NFL people tell us Fitzpatrick has a certain mentality right now of nothing to lose, which is a great Kiss song, by the way. He's got nothing to lose. They're 0-6. And this guy has a track record and a background where nobody really respects him. So he can just let loose and sling the ball down the field. And also, if you're really desperate and you've got to dig deep, look for the Matt Moore, Steve Smith connection to be acceptable for fantasy purposes for Carolina this week. Look, St. Louis doesn't have a terrible pass defense, but Moore's going to get back in there and he's going to want to prove something after losing his job earlier to Jimmy Clausen.
What do you have in your bag of tricks at running back for the listeners?
Let's see. I got some candy corn, and I got Beanie Wells against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should at least have a decent day as they want to take pressure off a young rookie. And I don't know, but it's not baseball. I wouldn't say old rookie, but they want to take pressure off a rookie, Max Hall, and they're going to run him a lot, and he should get in the end zone. And also Marshawn Lynch. Now, he's not going to have an outstanding game against the Raiders, but he should have a good one. If Russell Okung, the rookie left tackle, who is a real impact player, was there, you could expect a really good game from Lynch, but I think he's still going to get in the end zone, and you take it this week. And Mike Hart, injuries at running back for the Indianapolis Colts. I like Hart a lot as a value pick. Do not be afraid to use him. Monday Night Football, it's going to be a shootout. I say Hart gets in the end zone.
You might have some surprising Royal Tips at wide receiver, I think, as I peek into that bag of yours.
Yeah, stop it. It's like I'll give you what I can.
Okay.
You want some Snickers? You want to whatchamacallit?
Yeah,
what do you want?
I like the Chunkies.
You like the Chunkies?
Yeah.
Okay. It's my belly, the Chunkies. There's been a lot of Chunkies in here. Steve Smith, as we said, he's been very disappointing this season so far. But I look for Smith to get back on track this week. Also, anytime a guy faces his former team, Brandon Lloyd against the San Francisco 49ers, I think a big game for Brandon Lloyd this week. Des Bryant of the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Adam Ronis, if you're playing a survivor pool or a pick'em, you don't want to use the Cowboys, of course. But in fantasy against the Jacksonville Jaguars, even if they lose, Des Bryant is going to have a good day. And Patrick Creighton has been boosted to the number 1 wide receiver spot with all the injuries in San Diego. So you certainly have to like Patrick Creighton again this week. I'm sure he's happy to be out of Dallas and in San Diego. Wait a minute. San Diego's only 2-5. I guess that's twice as good as the Cowboys.
Better weather.
But, Kevin Walter, I like him as a sleeper on Monday Night Football. Again, a shootout.
And your final Royal Tip of the day at tight end?
Tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady loves him in the green zone, which is 10 yards and in. I look for him to score another touchdown this week against the Minnesota Vikings. That same game, if Tavares Jackson starts, you have to like Visanthe Shayenko.
Okay, he's the king, Scott Engel, with the Royal Tips. I'm Mike Damergis. You can catch Roto Experts in the morning on Sirius XM, XM 147, Sirius 211, weekday mornings from 7 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch you then.